Okay, now we will continue. So on one side it was and the other side police officer Dorset. So they both had given their hands and had wished a happy Christmas. So 1 minute they have forgotten about their enmity. Miss Dorset is smiled. I know this place. I know it very well. We shared my rum ration and his excellent sausage, and we talked. So they both were sitting together like friends, and they were talking about their own ways, own livings. Conrad, how he taught. He spoiled almost perfect English. So he was speaking in perfect English. But it turned out that he had never set foot in Dorset. But he had never gone to the place England. Never been to England. But without going to England, he could speak now perfect English. He had learned all he knew of England from school and from reading books. So from where did he get the knowledge of England? He got the knowledge of England from the books. He had never gone to that place. His favorite writings were Thomas Hardy, his favorite book Far from the Madding Crowd. So there is no man's land. We talked of Badishaba and Gabriel Oak and the Sergeant, Troy and Dorset. Then he had a wife and one son. So he belongs to Germany, and he had never gone to England. He had the habit of the hobby of reading books, and from the books he had scored the perfect English. Now he had a wife and a son born just 6 months age, only 6 months old. As I looked about me, there were hurdles of khaki and grey everywhere. That means he could see all the people, all the soldiers in their khaki dress, all around, standing all around. All over no man's land, smoking, laughing, talking, drinking, and eating. And they were not knowing that they are the enemies. They are like friends. They have been friends. They had been friends. Like they had been friends for a long time. And so they all were standing together. And they were laughing, talking, and eating, and having such a great fun over there. Enemies ആണെന്നുള്ള ഒരു തോന്നൽ അവർക്കില്ലായിരുന്നു. They were enjoying together. Hans Wolf and shared what was left of your wonderful Christmas cake, Connie. He thought the marzipan was the best thing he had ever tasted. I agreed. We agreed about everything, and he was my enemy. There never was a Christmas party like it, Connie. So the generals of the two armies could not believe that they are the enemies now. For a moment they have forgotten, and they were talking about the Christmas and how they are going to spend their Christmas with their family. Even Jim Matheson also had written to his wife that he will be coming back in the time of Christmas, isn't it? Then somehow, I don't know who, brought out a football. So all of a sudden, somebody from that group came with a football. Great balls were dumped in piles to make a goal post, and the next thing we knew, it was Tommy against the Fritz out in the middle of no man's land. That means no man's land means it was a place of all together. There was no difference between one land and the other land, because they are the enemies, isn't it? So there was no difference. It was all together in one piece of land, and suddenly they decided to play which game? Football. Hans Wolf and I looked on and cheered, clapping our hands and stamping our feet to keep out the cold as much as possible. So they were sitting and enjoying, seeing the other soldiers playing the football. The generals were sitting and watching and enjoying themselves. There was a moment when I noticed how the breaths mingled in the air between us. He saw me too and smiled. Jim Matheson, he said. After a while, I think this is how we should resolve this war. This is how we have to stop the war. A football like a football match. No one dies in a football match. No children are orphaned. No wives become. So in a battle, many destruction, many losses are there. That means many families, they are being scattered. That the children will have no father. Wives don't have husbands. So like that, the losses are there in each family. So now the General Fritz is saying that we should do like our war should be like a football match, where one will win and the other will lose, but there is no end of anybody. That means no But in a war, many dies and children will have no fathers, wives will have no husbands. But that situation is not there in the time when we are playing the match. So our war also should be like a football match. I could prefer cricket, I told him. Then Tommy could be sure of winning probably. We laughed and that and together we watched the game. So they both were sitting and enjoying and watching the play. Sad to see only Fritz won 2 goals to 1, and so they were gaining the goals. But as Hans generously said, our goal was wider than theirs, so it wasn't quite fair. So he said that our goal, they were not worried about their getting the goals, they were only enjoying the match. That time came and all too soon when the game was finished. Finally the match was over. The snap pans and rums and the sausages, they were enjoying the drinks and eatables. And long since run out and we knew it was all over. So when the match was all over, everything came to an end. I wish Hans well and told him I hope he could see his family again soon and the fighting would end and we could all go home. That means he thought that after some time the battle will come to an end and with great joy they will go back to see their family. So he had wished him best of luck. I think that is what every soldier wants on both sides. So even though it was their enemy also, every soldier's mind it is there. After the battle it is safe, he has to go back to his family. So in everybody's mind it is like that only. Hansel said, take care Jim McPherson. I shall never forget the moment, nor you. He saluted and walked away from me slowly, unwillingly. I felt he turned to wave just once and then became one of the hundreds of grey coated men drifting back towards their trenches. Then after that they had gone back to their place and Jim McPherson and his soldiers had gone to their place. So they had separated from the line. That night back to our dugouts we heard them singing a carol. In the night they could hear the song of Christmas. Singing it quite beautifully. Because why was it very beautiful? Because that day they had a peace of mind. It was still nurtured silent night. Our boys gave them a rousing chorus of white shepherd's voice. So when they heard the song from the other side, in return they gave their wishes back to them also. We exchanged carols for a while and then we all felt silent. They went to sleep. We had our time of peace and goodwill, a time I will treasure as long as I will. That means this is the event what Jim McPherson has written in the letter saying to his wife that something extraordinary had happened at the time of the Christmas Eve and it was something special to his life that he could never forget it till the end of his life. Dearest Connie, so this is the incident. Now she is writing. By Christmas time next year, this war will be nothing but a distant and terrible memory. That means the war will be over and only a memory will be left over. I know from that what happened today, how much both armies long for peace. That means both of us, the enemy as well as the other one, both of us are willing only to get the peace in our life. We shall be together. That means they don't want to kill anybody, they have to go back in peace. We shall be together again soon, I am sure of it. That means he is saying that the next Christmas time I will be with you. So it is sure that by the time what will come to an end? The war will come to an end and I will be back to you. That is why in the first part of the lesson we have seen that the letter was written on, when was it written? 15 January 25. So it was the time of war and he thought by that time he will be coming back to meet his wife. Understood all of you? So now in there also 5 more questions are there. These questions and their answers will be sent to you. You should take it and write. And by the time you have to study the lessons as well as the question and answers.